McMinn-County Courthouse has become the venue for a $50 million lawsuit against one of the largest dialysis companies in the United States.
Starting this morning, a jury in Athens is trying the case of the estate of Betty Bagazzo versus Davida dialysis. News 12's Chris Ewan joins us now live in the studio to explain why Bagazzo's family is pursuing such a large sum of money and why Davida has taken this case to trial. Chris.
Davida is a very large, very important company that you may have never even heard of. But if you're one of the 500,000 Americans currently undergoing dialysis treatment, you probably have. Davida is one of the largest dialysis treatment companies in the United States, and today they're being sued for $50 million in McMinn County Court. It was early on the morning of May 20th, 2016, when Betty Bagazzo was at Etowah Dialysis in McMinn County, a facility owned by Davida Dialysis. For over 3 years, Bagazzo had visited the clinic 3 times a week for treatment, but on this particular morning, the power went out while her blood was still circulating through the machine. After emergency resuscitation and a trip to the hospital, Betty Bagazzo was declared dead. But why did she die? That's the question being answered by a jury of 12 behind those doors. And the answer could cost dialysis company Davida $50 million. Bagazzo's estate has filed a wrongful death suit over the incident, alleging that the facility did not contain a backup generator and that the staff acted beneath the accepted standards of care during the power outage. But the defense says no, claiming that the staff was adequately trained, that Bagazzo's nurse had been treating dialysis patients for 24 years, and that the power outage was not a life-threatening event, pointing to Bagazzo's alleged cardiac problems as the cause of her death. According to opening statements, however, the plaintiff's case doesn't stop at the events of that day. Public record shows that the medical director of the facility, Dr. Gonzali Khan, falsified his nephrology credentials for 15 years, and the plaintiff claims he was unfamiliar with the federal rules for dialysis treatment. But the defense alleges that Dr. Khan wasn't even at the facility on the day of the power outage and raises 2 questions. Did Davida make any misrepresentations to Betty Bagazzo? And did those misrepresentations lead to her death? The trial just began this morning, but it's moving along swiftly. Everything I just told you was based on this morning's opening statements and facts already in the public record. A former nurse for the facility testified that during her few years at that facility, she was never shown how to operate the hand crank that returns a patient's blood to their body in the event of a power outage. But the defense was quick to point out that she left the job a year before Betty Bagazzo's death and cannot speak to the training staff received during that period of time. Live in the studio, Chris Ewan, News 12 Now.